Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play, or this guide walkthrough um, of the official Hentsi game Modpack. I updated the pack overnight to sort of fix up some things and add some mods and get the mod pack ready for the server. And as a result, I had to make a new world. Now, I did a bit of mining and a bit of collecting off camera, and I may have done a bit too much. So if you take a look behind me here, you'll see that I got a coke oven. Now the coke oven is the first thing that you need to get in this mod pack in order to progress. So the coke bricks are made with clay, bricks, and sandstone. Simple enough. You need this to get coal coke in order to make the blast furnace. Now, there is one issue with this, and that's the fact that you can't use a bucket. So the solution is to use a basic tank from Mechanism and just fill that up and get creosote like that. And I'll just place it right here. I'm also in the process of making a blast furnace. I'm already about 2 layers into it. I only need 9 more blast bricks, which means I need about 12 more coal coke. And I actually did change the recipe for the blast furnace. So blast bricks now require 4 coal coke, a redstone, and 4 bricks instead of blaze powder and nether bricks. So it's a bit safer to make early game. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be finishing up the blast furnace, and we're also going to be looking at some other things from immersive engineering that we might need. And one of those things, if I can find it here, are plates. Now plates are used in literally everything. In order to make a bucket, you need steel plates. In order to make a cauldron, you need steel plates. In order to make a machine chassis, you need steel. So steel is used for pretty much everything in this mod pack. Everything that I deemed a bit too OP to be kept. So yeah, it's basically to prevent people from rushing and, stuff like that. Especially folks like, who on the server, who tends to go really fast. Now, I did get diamonds over the break. I got 15 diamonds, and I made a diamond pick out of it. And I also collected a bunch of iron, a bunch of coal, and just a bunch of resources in general. And that should help to cut down on the mining in the present time. Now, I shouldn't have to do much more of that for the time being, because we already have about a stack and a half of iron and about 3.5 stacks of coal. So being down here isn't going to be too often of an occurrence. So in the meantime, while that's cooking up, I wanted to go around and explore and see if I can find maybe a village. Now, a village is going to be helpful because there is usually a building that has immersive engineering materials in it. It usually has an engineer's hammer. It usually has a bunch of crates with goodies. And it also has treated wood. Now, treated wood is what you use creosote for. You need to combine a bucket of creosote oil with 8 pieces of planks. And that'll get you treated wood, and that's how you get the cutters. It's a whole process, which I will be explaining once we get to that point. Obviously, I'm going to kill some cows on the way because, cows are Cows are not good creatures. Cows are bad creatures. No, I do not promote the genocide of any creature, living or dead. However, I personally hate cows, so let's just kill them. And my axe broke, that's why I made another one. I don't know why I made an iron pickaxe, because I have a diamond one, but oh well. I might actually turn my render distance up, so I might be able to actually see something. Although I don't really see much, other than, wow, that's a large forest. Look at that. That's cool. Might move my base over to there. That's actually really cool. I don't see too much else. So, a couple changes have been made to the mod pack since last time. We added Mr. Crayfish's gun mod, which is really cool. I'm going to be getting into that later. We removed Recurrent Complex and Traverse in favor of Project Vibrant Journeys. I had to look at Wayla for that one. Damn. Forgot the name of it. Yeah, in favor of Project Vibrant Journeys, combined with Quark to make for a bit of better world gen. And also we added additional structures in place of Recurrent Complex, because Recurrent Complex was causing a lot of problems with world gen. A lot of lag, and it was not very good. So I decided to move on from that and go try to find something else, and it's been working out pretty well. Oh, what's that? It's like a little spire over there. You know what? I'm gonna go check that out before I head back. Die. Okay, I'm gonna go check that out before I head back. Hopefully there's some good goodies in there. And hopefully it's not a death trap. Although, knowing my luck, it probably is a death trap, but we'll check it out anyway. You may have noticed that there's a lot of little details in the world now, such as these short grass, the fallen leaves, the plants everywhere, the twigs on the ground. It's all from Project Vibrant Journeys. It aims to make the world feel a bit more alive by adding decorations and animals and different little things around. What is that? A Vex spawner. That does not sound like a fun time. I don't want to be dealing with that. What's up there? I hear fire. Netherrack. That's interesting. And a gold block. Huzzah! I'm actually going to go collect that gold block. That's 9 free gold for me. That is not something to pass up. So I will be collecting that. Whee! Salt is always good to collect because you can make jerky out of that. Especially things like zombie jerky if you have a lot of rotten flesh on you. Zombie jerky is very useful if you're in a pinch. You just have to have salt in your inventory. And hopefully you carry around a lot of salt with you because you play this game. So I'd assume you'd have some salt. That was a bad joke, and I feel bad. Anyway, let's just head back and ignore how bad of a comedian I am. Now, I don't really know which path I'm going to be taking. Because once you get steel, there are multiple paths that you can take to progress. And those two paths consist of either Ender.io or Mechanism. Both of which do very different things, but they're both very useful mods. I came from this way, didn't I? Yes? Yeah. There we go. Here we are. Cool. We have 7 coal coke. Gotta wait for that one to smelt up. I'm actually gonna put 4 more in here, because we need 12 of it to make the next level of this, the next layer of this blast furnace, so we can finally get it finished. There we go. Got plenty of food now. Won't be going hungry. Okay, I actually did want to demonstrate this. So to upgrade your chests, you just place a piece of wood in the middle and surround it with iron, and then you can make a wood to iron chest upgrade. Now with these, all you have to do is right click and boom. It'll upgrade your chest in the world, and you won't have to worry about breaking the chest and replacing it because it will just keep all of its storage. It's very useful if you're running out of space and you just need a quick upgrade. Now this does actually give me an opportunity to separate these out a bit more. I'm going to put all my blocks in this chest and all my other random materials in here. I will separate this out further in the future, but for right now, this is what it's going to have to be. Then important resources will be up at the top. So let's demonstrate quick. There you go. 4 coal coke, 4 bricks, then 1 redstone in the middle makes blast bricks. 3 per recipe. So we need 4 more coal coke. So we just gotta wait for that to finish up. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna start building an actual base, because that sounds like something that I would need. So I'm just going to use some simple cobblestone for now, because I don't really have too much in the way of resources at the moment. Actually, let me sleep first, because I don't want to be building at night. That's never a good idea. Building at night's always a bad time. I might just stick to this area because it is close to that astral shrine, and that astral shrine does have something in it that will be useful for us in the future. You may have noticed in the first episode this floating crystal here. Well, this guy is actually used to start off in this mod. If you place a crafting table near it, it should cast a beam of light towards the crafting table. Now, if I brought my astral tome along with me, I could show you what this does, but we don't have that right now. But yeah, this thing is going to be very useful because it gives you starlight to use in crafting, which is required for a lot of Astral Sorcery items. So yeah, if you have your Astral Tome out, which I should probably do before demonstrating things like that, but if you go here and you click on Ancient Shrines, now this will tell you all about the crystals, things like that. Maybe placing a crafting table close by will yield something interesting, which is what we did. Now that is what you need to create the resonating wand, which we can actually do now. We have the resources for that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quick. Yeah, we still have one more to do. So I'm going to go and do that quick. Get this done with. And then we can maybe start with Astral Sorcery as well. But I am going to keep these 2 mods separate. in these videos because I don't want one getting in the way of the progress of another. So let's make that recipe quick. Bam. We have a resonating wand. Now this guy will basically allow us to create the luminous crafting table, which requires sooty marble, and a crafting table. Sooty marble is created... Actually, I'm just going to leave that there. Sooty marble is created when you surround a piece of coal with a bunch of marble. Let's do that quick. Did I bring any more? I didn't bring any more marble. I'm just going to collect this then. That should be good. Let's go up here and just gonna mine the rest of this. Because if you're gonna be making coal coke, you know, it's gonna be useful. Now this thing, simple recipe. Crafting table, sooty marble, and then marble on the sides. So let's do that quick. Boom. Now we have a new area to discover, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. Now this is getting into the more complex recipes of Astral Sorcery. The Phosic Resonator, the Spectral Relays, the Starlight Crafting Altar, Looking Glass, the Sextant, etc., etc., etc. Now that we have this luminous crafting table, we don't need this crystal anymore, so we can just head out of here. I may come back there later to collect the marble, but other than that, we don't really need to. In the meantime, let's make that last set. Bam. And then put this stuff away. Put that away, just take one of those. Cool. And now that we have our blast bricks, all you have to do is right click on the center, or any block with an engineer's hammer, or the center rather, I guess, and boom, it will turn into a blast furnace. Now that thing requires coal coke to function. So if you don't have any more coal coke, once you make this thing, you're not gonna be able to use it yet. Okay, I think I'm going to be building my house out here because it's very flat. It's not too unbearable. And I like the close proximity to the altar. Or that place up there. So I think this spot right here is perfect. I'll probably do most of this building off camera, but I wanted to just show you guys where I'm going to be doing it. Alright, let's just place them down the foundations, shall we? I think right about here should be fine. There we go. I'm gonna have to remove this stuff, but in the meantime, that's gonna be our little foundation, our little square of a building. Alright, let's grab some coal coke and start making some steel, shall we? It's about dang time. So obviously to make steel you need iron. So we're going to be doing that. Just a little bit for now. Six works. So let's make those into steel ingots, shall we? Shouldn't take too terribly long, but this blast furnace is a bit slow. Actually, I hear a monster on the other side of this. Maybe below me? Interesting. I'm actually curious where it is now. Must be outside. Must be outside. Oh well. There we go, we got a first ingot of steel. So I made a steel plate, because that is what we need to start off with anything. That's going to be our first recipe, is the steel plate. So with that, we can start making... is this the alloy kiln? No, it's not. Oh yes, buckets. How could I forget? Oh, not a steel plate. You craft it with a steel ingot, and that'll make a steel plate. I should save one ingot by itself so I can make a flint and steel. See what I did there? I've just made it steel, so actually the name is correct. Alright. I will let this all smelt off camera. And then I think next time we can come back and make buckets and flint and steel and an actual house and get some basic infrastructure set up. But yeah, this is basically how you start. You make the coke oven, you make the blast furnace, and then you go from there. You need a bucket to do really anything. Speaking of buckets, I'm just going to make one now. Get this out of the way. So if we get a bucket of creosote oil and combine it with 8 planks of any kind, that will make treated wood. Huzzah! Hooray! Then with the treated wood, we can make the engineer's workbench, which is a treated wood fence and 3 treated wood planks. Shouldn't be too bad. Because creosote's very easy to get. There we are. Yay! And this thing is where you can put blueprints. Blueprints are what we're going to be using next. So with blueprints, you can make crafting components, which is what we're going to be needing. It's a steel plate, or actually, no, it depends on what you're trying to make. So, metal press molds, steel plate, crafting components is iron, aluminum, and copper. And insurance blueprint is gunpowder and copper. Obviously, for that we need blue dye, which I didn't find any lapis down there, so it's gonna be a bit difficult. But oh well. Let's make a flint and steel quick. Actually, I'm going to smelt this into blocks because you can smelt blocks of iron at a time, which is technically faster than smelting an ingot at a time. So I'm going to be doing that. But now that we have our basic flint and steel and a bucket, we can probably go down and go to the nether soon. The nether is going to be probably very important. Because the nether means we can get Midasium, which is required for a lot of more advanced recipes. And on top of that, we need to be getting quartz and blaze powder, things like that. The usual. But for now, I think I'm going to call it here. I will go collect some obsidian. I will go mining a bit more. I'll build a house off camera. Then next time we can get into some more advanced recipes and mechanics. So yeah, that's about it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.